Oscar Pistorius arrived in court shortly before his hearing was due to begin today. He was accompanied by his uncle Arnold and his sister Amy and brother Carl, along with a large family contingent. As the cameras snapped away, he and his brother and sister formed a tight huddle, held each other's hands and prayed, perhaps to offer him support for the hearing ahead and also to avoid the glare of the cameras. That lasted for really quite a long time, about 10-15 minutes. They were there, eyes closed, holding hands, heads bowed, Oscar with tears running down his face, obviously quite emotional about the fact that today would have been Reva's 30th birthday. It is also obviously an important court hearing for him. As the case began, Magistrate Desmond Nair was addressed by prosecutor Harry Nell. Mr. Nell said that they had now agreed that Mr. Pistorius would face trial on March the 3rd next year, a trial that will last a little over 2 weeks at this stage. It's due to finish on March the 20th. We saw copies of that indictment afterwards. He will face 2 charges, one of murder and one of unlawful possession of unlicensed ammunition, 38 bullets in total. The details of the indictment were also given to the media. Mr. Pistorius is accused of shooting Reva Steenkamp dead in the early hours of Valentine's Day morning. He is accused of shooting her 4 times through a locked toilet door at his home in Pretoria, and she died, according to the post-mortem, of multiple gunshot wounds. The indictment also refers to the fact that witnesses living close to Mr. Pistorius' house on an upmarket country estate heard a scream followed by gunshots and then more screaming. That's the first time that we've had that officially confirmed in court, and it's an interesting detail. The indictment also notes that Mr. Pistorius told witnesses who arrived on the scene that he had thought Miss Steenkamp was an intruder. What they say there also is, even if he did think that it was somebody other than Miss Steenkamp, the fact that he shot through the toilet door in that way means he intended to kill another human being, and so regardless of who he thought he was killing, he is still guilty of murder. Interesting that they are leaving the door open there for the possibility that he did not shoot Miss Steenkamp intentionally. We now have, I guess, about 7 months or just a bit under 7 months to wait before Mr. Pistorius is back in court. He won't be coming back here to the Pretoria Magistrates Court. He will be going to the North Gauteng, that is Pretoria, effectively High Court, where he will be tried by a High Court judge sitting, as they generally do in South Africa, without a jury. So on one single person to decide whether he's guilty or not.